You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves. And the world is not prepared. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Truman needs to know what's next.
2.
What's next?
1.
Every so often, two major films come out and battle toe-to-toe. Toy Story and Casino, Ghostbusters and Gremlins, The Dark Knight and Mamma Mia, even in games that one time with Animal Crossing and Doom. Now we have Barbenheimer, the pitting between the pink-filled colorful world of Barbie and the depressing story of the atomic bomb in Oppenheimer. Since Barbenheimer is a huge event, we're going to do a double review this video. The things I have to say for one movie will not affect the score for the other. If you're here for Barbie, skip to here. If you're here for Oppenheimer, skip here. If you're here for both, sit here and enjoy the reviews. At the end, I'll decide which was the better film. Let's start with the movie I started off with, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Barbie was one of my most anticipated films of the year, directed by Greta Gerwig, who brought the masterpiece Lady Bird.
College and then to jail, and then back to city college, and then maybe you'd learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
Barbie is about Barbie, who lives in a land of Barbies and Kens. Barbie suffers from a crisis that causes her to question her perfect world and existence as a toy. Right off the bat, let's point out the obvious. Margot Robbie is so beautiful. Okay, but for real though, the actual obvious is the production design. Yes, the movie is very pink, but it blends in well with the already established environment that this is a toy world. The waves aren't moving, drinks don't fall out of cups or get spilled, the pool is literally a floor. Objects are a good proportionate size to show that Barbies and Kens are also plastic, and random dance numbers and the way characters fly in the air, and little poops of animated smoke and other small things help to stay stylized. The movie starts in Barbie Land, and sadly, my main issue of the movie is it does take a bit for the movie to get going into full gear. And while the Barbie Land aesthetic is cute, it took me a while to warm up to everything, but once Barbie and Ken enter the real world, the plot really kicks in, and from that moment on, it gets highly intriguing and actually thought-provoking. I don't want to spoil the surprise of how smart the plot is, but for a Barbie movie, it takes an interesting approach to feminism and patriarchy. It plays these elements smart with Margot Robbie, who gives a great performance as stereotypical Barbie, and Ryan Gosling, who steals the show as Ken. The movie shows how in Barbie Land, Ken is always second place and in the shadow, while in real life the gender roles are reversed, and both Barbie and Ken find out how disappointing this is for one of the characters and how awesome it is for the other. There's a good bit of monologue spread throughout about feminism and how women sometimes live in the shadow of men, but also moments that equally show that sometimes men don't want to have it all. The movie plays both sides of this car flawlessly and always comes out on top, and causes the film to be intelligent for a Barbie movie. A movie about Barbie, of all things, made me think.
Hey, Barbie.
Yeah.
Can I come to your house tonight?
Ryan Gosling plays Ken, who in real life apparently is everybody. This movie may be a Barbie movie, but if this film was titled Barbie and Ken, it would also feel appropriate. It is true, Ryan Gosling shines in this role. He is constantly comedic and a scene stealer when he's on screen. He performs a ballad that could easily compete with Jack Black's Peaches.
Hi, Barbie.
Oh, hi, Alan.
There are no multiples of Alan. He's just Alan.
Yeah, I'm confused about that.
And also Michael Cera is in this movie. That boy's in a league of his own. This movie is a comedy, and while most of it hits, there were a few duds, but it does get funnier as the movie progresses. Basically, once they reach the real world, the film is at its peak and never lets go of the quality and smart lessons and ideas it's trying to present. There's also some really sweet, heartfelt moments scattered throughout that was much appreciated. It helps the film have some memorability by the end if you took away the other elements. Barbie may start off a little rocky, but once it gets going, it gets going. Sprouting smart ideas about feminism and gives a knockout performance from not just Margot, but especially Ryan. Barbie was going to be good from the start, but honestly, I didn't think it would be this good. Oppenheimer is about Robert Oppenheimer, the man who created the atomic bomb that was released onto Hiroshima. Let's go ahead and get the obvious out of the way. This movie is sad as hell, but it's not just depressing, it's scary and sad because of the element of human fear and human horrors about the atomic bomb that killed thousands of people. Christopher Nolan is one of the best directors of all time, and he may not have crafted a masterpiece with Tenet, but he came back and blew me away like a bomb with this. The filmmaking here is astonishing. The soundtrack in the background, the camera work, the sound design. Basically, Nolan took every element of filmmaking and perfected it in this movie. The big attraction here is, without a doubt, when the nuke goes off. It doesn't happen until almost the end of the second act. However, the build-up to that is filled with people talking about science, Oppenheimer's character development, more science, more calculations, and the aftermath of the bomb. It sounds boring. It even sounds more boring when you realize the film is a whopping 3 hours long. However, for 80% of this before the nuke is set off, the steady pacing helps to stay intriguing for the most part. There's moments where Oppenheimer envisions the bomb and it's loud and rumbles the seats.
7, 6, 5, 4.
And the sound design is peak. While not every scene is intriguing, especially in the final act, for the most part the editing and pacing definitely kept my attention in the long film. When we do get to the bomb part, it was impressive sound quality wise, and I love how the seats of the theater rumbled. I didn't get to see it in IMAX, so I'm sure people who did have a lot more to say about the experience, but if the sound was that memorable in standard format, I bet the IMAX edition was absolutely phenomenal. The movie's sense of dread shines here. We all know the story of how the Hiroshima bomb went, the death of so many innocent people. While it never shows the effects of what happened, the sense of dread is still here and definitely present. Close-up of Cillian Murphy's face as he slowly shakes from fear as he thinks about the countless lives he took is haunting. The movie is a true human horror, and it's portrayed in a way that will cause you to walk out feeling awful for this catastrophe of history. The acting, as always from Nolan's direction, is flawless. We even get my boy from The Boys in there. And Roderick. As if the performances wasn't perfect enough, we get Roderick, the guy who rules. Oppenheimer is a clever look at the human horror of the atomic bomb. While not every scene is intriguing, the pacing, the execution, and acting helps to stay on track to become one of the best films of the year.
The world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
These movies are different. Very different. So it's hard to compare. While Barbie is a lot more fun and worth a lot of rewatches, as a film, Oppenheimer slightly edges this out ever so slightly. If you can see both of these great films with friends, I highly recommend doing so. But at the end of the day, the real winner is Pikmin 4, which also came out today.